Hello everyone, Luke Smith here. This is going to be Monday's video. I just finished watching Daryl Dixon Season 2, Book of Carol. Another really good season. Only 6 episodes long. It picks up from the last season. Basically starts off in America with Carol finding a way to get transportation to France. She actually finds out what happened by going to the same people who basically kidnapped and known who kidnapped Daryl and sent him to France on a cargo ship. And she basically wants to find a way to get to France. Finds a person with a plane. His name's Ash. Turns out he's a bit of a pilot. He's got one of them small little passenger like 3-seater planes. Persuades him, aka lies, in order for him to help her get to France. They stop a thing in Greenland to basically refuel and do minor repairs. Get in a bit of trouble with two people there. Easily overthrow them and continue their way on to France. Meanwhile, Daryl is with Laurence, which I actually don't remember some people's names in this, and they basically get him away from the nest, which the nest's leader now wants Laurence as like a sort of messiah sort of thing, mainly because he lived after his zombified mother gave birth to him, so they think he's like immune or some shit like that. I'm really not quite sure how the zombie virus works, but I do know it started off in like Russia or space, something like that, in the main Walking Dead lore. It's a bit confusing at this point because it goes all over the place. It's basically the first few episodes is part Carol's story and part Daryl's story as well. Like with Carol, she goes and finds basically the people that want to take over the nest. So she, in order to get information, she goes with them, pretends to be on their side, helps them out, but then along the way finds out what they're trying to do, like what their mission is. And it basically all comes to a head in the midway mark of the season, where they're all at the at the shore looking out to the nest, and the other woman, Janae, there we are. She basically orders her soldiers to kill everyone, so they can be injected and turn into super zombies. Because apparently, like if you inject normal people, they'll just die. They won't come back, so they'll be pointless. Apparently you have to kill them first, and then you inject them, and then they'll come back to life as like really fast like runners. Which runner zombies I'm really not that keen on, because it turns it more action based instead of scary. So yeah, I'm not really keen on running zombies much. But now they head off into the nest, find out that Laurence has been taken away. I mean, like, they do end up getting him back, only to be taken away again. So when Daryl does get him back, well before this, Daryl and Isabel get captured and taken prisoner. Then Isabel gets taken by the leader of the nest, because obviously by now they found out that he's a bad guy, and he's working for the other soldiers now as like a team effort. He's also got a right hand woman as well that wants to help him. So yeah, going to the nest was a bit of a bad idea, really. Anyway, Carol comes to save Daryl, which is a really nice reunion to see. And like while all this is happening, Ash is still at his plane, at at a stadium, like possibly like in the outskirts of Paris. So he's like wondering where the hell everyone is. So they all like get away. Laurent has been at the rooftop community, and by the way, yes, the main soldier that got the shit kicked out of him and his fingers removed in the one of the earlier episodes. He is now a good guy at this point at the rooftop community. He's basically learned the error of his ways. Yeah, it basically all comes to a head where they're at the nightclub. Carol and Daryl at the nightclub, and they're basically saying that we need fuel. We've got a plane to get us the hell out of here. We need to regroup, and then it all like comes to a head where they're all like fighting the fighting the bad guys again, which yeah, it's a bit, to be fair, like it's good. It is like really good. I'm actually enjoying the seasons so far. Like, but by the time all of this is happening, they end up coming all the way back down to the to the stadium where Ash is. He is there. They had to save him out of a car first, heading all the way back to the plane. And then obviously Carol has to tell the truth. It doesn't really go down that well. And another thing that Ash brings up is it's a 3-seater plane. There's no room for a fourth person. So Carol and Daryl ended up saying that they want to stay there, but they wanted Carol to go to keep the boys safe. But all of a sudden, everything goes wrong as the plane was about to take off, because Carol decided to go after all with the boy. But all of the soldiers and the guards ended up coming to the stadium, and a big fight ensued. Now, the woman leading the attack, she was actually bitten in one of the underground areas of the tunnel that they was in before. So she's basically all fucked up, and it essentially overtakes her, and she ends up taking herself out because she doesn't want to turn. They end up beating all the bad guys around this point, and one of the bad guys gets shot, and it turns out that Carol is missing from the plane. She was the one that sniped one of the bad guys off of the out of the truck. I think the driver. I think it was. Turns out that she wants to stay with Daryl, which, to be fair, you can't have Daryl without Carol. So it's just Laurent and Ash going to America. They meet up with their comrades after. Well, to be fair, they're with them in this attack. So they go off to another place, and they regroup. Finds out that there's a way to get back to America. Well, partly to America. Two people come through the door. Two people from Scotland. Turns out that they know a safe route, a possibly safe route to the British Isles. It is the Eurotunnel, the Channel Tunnel that they have to go through. So the two people that was originally from France, they decide to stay because they're in love now, so they want to stay in France, and the girl with the other guy is still looking for her friend. So they are staying. So it's basically the two Scottish people and Carol and Daryl, as well as the guy that was injured, because he's still alive at this point. To be fair, I don't know how he's still alive. The amount of the amount of torture that he had to go through, and the guy is still alive and like a good guy now. It's been like that for a while. Going through, basically everything's dead. Like there is checkpoints there, like army checkpoints. There's like no human life to be found, and all of a sudden they see a glow in the distance, bioluminescence, and spores from mushrooms. So they have to find like a gas mask, but it's already a little bit too late because they start to hallucinate. Carol hallucinates her daughter that got turned into a zombie over 12 years ago, and basically Daryl hallucinates Isabel, because they had a relationship, like they when had like a love interest like together, but unfortunately she was killed off in this season, and it's basically like a mess. It's like, I don't really know, like, how did the bioluminescence get into the channel tunnel? So that's what I don't get, unless it grows out of nothing over time. Basically, the two Scottish people tricked them. They ended up knocking Daryl out and taking the mask for themselves. However, the I think like the bioluminescence kind of wore off for a while, because Daryl did come back round and end up killing both the Scottish people, taking their mask. Carol come by, she put one on her, and they just basically went off. And I can't remember if I seen it or not. Probably looked away at the last minute. I think the other guy, I think he must have died because he wasn't with them when they went off. So it looks like season 3 is going to start in England, because obviously like Channel Tunnel, this looks like the passenger train Channel Tunnel, which they will end up in St Pancras way. However, if it's just a Channel Tunnel, then it's going to be Kent, I believe, almost Kent. So yeah, another solid season. So to be fair, I'm probably just going to watch the first episode of season 3 tomorrow. I'm really not quite sure how I'm going to do it. There's 7 episodes, so yeah, I'll probably start it tomorrow or Monday. Really not quite sure. But yeah, this video will come out on Monday. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.